Welcome to this ICM video. I'm Lizzie Gauntlet and I'm Principal Examiner for Front Office Operations and Administration. We're making this video to support the work of our centres around the world and help those teachers and students who are going to be sitting the exams. So for this video I want to talk to you about how to best manage your time in the exam. So thinking about the question paper, you need to think about how it's a standard format question paper. It's composed of 8 questions and they're all of equal weighting, so 20 marks each with that combination of 100 marks. One of the pitfalls that I see with candidates is that they try to answer too many questions in the time given. So instead of selecting 5, they might decide they've got a bit of extra time and try and do 6 or 7. One of the problems with this is that you'll only gain credit for 5 answers in total. And also if you're using that additional time to answer those extra questions, it means that you're missing out giving detail and better examples to support the ones that you've tackled first. So my advice here really is to use that 10 minutes reading time that you've been given in your exam to try to really make an informed decision about the questions you feel most confident in answering. So this means reading through every part of the question. Sometimes it's very easy to get carried away when you see parts of a question that you know you can answer well, when actually perhaps it's only worth about 5 marks. And then when you're into the exam and you've committed to the question, you then get to a point where you're stuck for how to answer the rest of it. So really use that 10 minutes reading time as best you can to plan your work. Okay, after this time, when you're allowed to pick up your pen, again, a bit of a pitfall for candidates is that they might just start writing straight away. Even though you might be eager to get on the exam, it's definitely worth making a bit of plan how you can answer some of the questions, especially the longer ones. So what I would suggest for that is that you look at the questions that you selected during your reading time and try and do some underlining or just picking out kind of some of the key words that are really going to help you answer the questions. So I've got an example here, and this is from the most recent paper that's been out for the March series for Front Office. So question 1C, explain why recording information on a computer may be more demanding of front office staff. And this is part of a question that really related to use of computing in front office. So even though 3 hours have begun, you might think I should be scribbling down answers here. You can actually go through, underline words like the command words, explain, so you know you're going to be giving a bit more than a 1 or 2 word answer. Use of computer or information, but also one of the key things that came up in this question is that candidates were kind of giving advantages of this. But actually there's some quite negative wording in there. So just going through, taking that time and picking out some of the words that indicate how you should answer the question is very important. And then, of course, looking at how many marks it's worth. So for 5 marks, you know, you should be using a few sentences there rather than just 1 or 2 words or writing a whole page. Also, you can use the space at the back of your booklet for making any essay plans or notes. Those can always be crossed through at a later stage. You should have plenty of time to answer the questions in the exam. I would recommend taking around 30 to 40 minutes per question, and that should still leave you time for checking back over your work. Always look carefully at the breakdown of marks throughout the paper. Those questions that have more marks allocated to them will require more detail. If you do find that you finish early, which is great, try to revisit your answers. Look for ways that you can add in more detail, actual examples from front office practice, and make sure that what you've written is entirely relevant to the question. So just use that time fully, and I wish you the best with that next series.